All right, let's try for a fourth. So now I want to make a hallway, a procedurally generated hallway, so that when I look at this thing, it's going to go from here to here, and then there'll be some sort of way it does that. I'm not really sure how big this thing is, to be honest, so I'll have to see how this thing works out. I would also like... What was that? I would also like to, rather than just have a hallway, put a room over here. So I'll put an identical room and try to make it down here. Then I'll label these 2 points and 2 similar points, randomly choose those, and make a hallway. All right. And after that, depending on how much time I have, I might try to randomize it a little bit. Okay, so let's see what I can do. Let's see, where am I? I would like to make a new set of squares. So let's make an identical room. So I do that, and now I'm going to have an offset. I really don't know how many offsets I need. Let's say 20 and 10. And just add them here to our square creation routine and see if that actually makes things work, right? See if that just gives us a second room somewhere. And if it's somewhere where we can see it and adjust where we want that second room to end up. So it wasn't far enough away. It looks like I could probably use another 8 down and, let's see, 6 across and 10 down, let's say. So let's see here. In the end, this thing won't matter so much. Oh, okay, 1 more across, and let's see. Do I have a full square? Maybe I have to introduce a little more. At least 1 square up. Maybe 1 more across. Let's see. Okay, oh, that looks perfect, right? So we've got our guys here, and another set of guys over there. And now we need some way to get from here to here. One thing I can do is I can try to take a couple of these things and just turn them into something new, right? So since there's nothing else out here, I think, I'm not sure, I think if I turn this guy into an open square, I'll just bop out, and I won't be able to go out, and it won't crash. It doesn't matter if it does, because then what we want to do is we want to try to make a hallway, right? Although we don't really know how to do that. I'm just making things up as I go along. I didn't practice at all. So let's see. Which one of those things do I think it is? I think... oh, well, what I want to do is I want to be able to choose one of those, right? One of those squares. So... Start is going to be one of these two squares. Start equals I use something for the player, right? Self-map.get square, and I want 2, 4, I think. Start.make open. Let's see, hopefully that'll make the thing open up into a something. Okay, so I wanted this one, I got that one. That's fine. 2, 4, 4 should be the... So I've got that backwards. But I don't want to do anything. And it does exactly like I said. It won't go through, but it will stop here. Okay, so let's randomize that one. Okay, I'm going to have to import random. So I probably should make my own random, but I will just do random choice here, and then make my own random number generator in the next sequence. So we'll let 7 run out, and let 7 run out, and then we'll make a random number generator in the second half, and we'll be able to choose. So start will be random choices. I shouldn't do that. So we'll have to make a seated thing just for the model later on. Okay, and let's see. Run it once. It's over there. And hopefully we only have to run it 2 more times for it to choose. Ah, there we go. It's chosen both of them. That's our start. Now we need an ending spot. And where'd it go? I don't like that for 2 reasons. One of them is my sound should not be on. Okay, so now we need to figure out what squares we want. 27, 19. So let's say 27, 21, and 29, 19. Hopefully that will give us an open spot over here. That one's good. And let's see if the other one is good as well. The other one's good too. Okay, so now we've got open spots here. What we have to do now is build. Build a hallway. Now we can make it as complicated as we like, but probably the base thing to do is just to choose 2 points and do straight line, straight line, straight line, or if they're both on the same side, corner and straight up. And then we can modify it from there, fractally or something like that, and be really cool, right? That would be the way to do it, right? So let's see. How do we do that? So we're going to have to export all this create map stuff out. This is getting hairy. So this thing has to be cleaned up at some point. But of course, the first thing is just get things working, then worry about cleaning it up. All right, let's see. How do we do this? All right, if okay, let's do it this way. Start X, start Y equals start dot get position, and X and Y equals end dot get position. This is all too hard-coded. I don't like it, but that's okay. Like I said, we've got to change it anyway. So we've got these two guys going this way. So possibly what we'd like to do is to do this in relation to the room. Okay, so we've got room. Def set room self number self room equals number. Room equals 0. I'm going to have to do that differently. I'll leave the room number in there, but no, we won't do it that way. We'll do it that way. We'll do that when we have to do some more advanced stuff. So let's see. All right, so if stx equals 2 and stedx equals 27, we just want to draw something. we need to have some names for these rooms and stuff like that to make this more coherent. But so we're going to go for I in range at x minus stx. Over 2 so this should, I'm just going to try to make a line of rooms. Square equals square I plus stx, comma sty square make open. Self-map.add square. Okay, let's see if this is doing the right thing or if I've chosen the wrong points, because I've got those things mixed up in my head. We already saw that. So I don't see that doing anything, which is good. So I need to get it to do the right side. Okay, so that means it knows what it's doing. It's doing the thing I think I want it to do. Just enter a position. Okay, so that's not the one it should. Okay, this is actually the one it should be working on. I guess it's trying to work on this other one. Okay, so it's going the wrong way. Let's see, but it's acting right. So actually for this one we want it to go all the way down. Alright, so let's see. So we do plus I. We want it to go all the way down. There, and nothing there. Let's see if we can make it get there. I need to put a restart so I can just R through it. Okay, not quite. Okay, since that's not working, I will add some more. Okay, so now this would be x equals 29. This would give me the one that I was thinking of before, which would be divided by 2. And now the other one I want is 4 and 4. Okay, so I guess this is x plus I. Now I may have these backwards because I'm absolutely not thinking about this. I'm just putting numbers in so that something happens no matter what. Okay, so this is not what I wanted for this one. I wanted this one to go halfway down so that it can come down later and do something. So all right. Okay, so that's about right. I think that needs a +1. Which means this one will need a +1 as well. And then when I have this one, it'll have to go down. And I'll just not change I. I think that'll be fine. I don't know if I stays local. So so plus J. Okay, so it looks like I can go all the way to that room. I don't have a repeat on this thing, so that's fine. So I can go all the way here. I didn't bother putting real walls in. I might just not do that. I mean, there's no reason to, unless you can interact with the walls in some way. There's no real reason to. But I also might do something like save it till the end and just do that as sort of a post polish. Let the thing make the map and then polish it off with the edges, with the walls. Okay, so that one works fine. Okay, so this is going halfway. Might need a +1 for that. Then go all the way across. So let's say we add 1. Then let's go all the way across. Then let's go down. Probably don't need that 1 any longer. And let's do K. So plus J plus K. Probably that's fine. Copy that. k plus k plus j. Okay, probably needs a +1. Let's see if this gives us our procedurally generated hallways. There's the one we already had. We want one of each. Okay, so that's not quite enough. We need one more spot along this way and one more spot down. All right, so +1, +1, +1, +1. Okay, there's one we already did. There's the other direction. Okay with that. Now, what I'm afraid of is the way I did this doesn't make it useful for making a fractal. Right, I need to do something more interesting. Okay, I'm not getting any of those other ones. This does not make, yeah, I mean, random is random, right? But random is not being very random to me today. Okay, there we go. So we have one more to check. Just make sure this guy goes all the way through, which of course it will. Okay, that one did not work. All right. That's fun though. Let's see. That should, because of the way this works, give me a hallway like that. That's no good. So that's all right. That's why we check things. There we go. And that's the one we wanted to check. All right. Possibly I will name the rooms. So I don't think, the way I've done this, I don't really want to try to turn it into a fractal. If I were to do that, what I'd want to do is I'd want to take two random points, erase all these things, and connect them in some other direction, right? And do that again and again and again, possibly take 2 points, any 2 points. So if there are 2 points here, then they'd come out and do something weird, and just make the thing more random. The actual algorithm I put together here, I don't like. So, or I don't like for doing that. I'd probably need to think about some way to make it a little cooler. I would like to give numbers to these rooms, so I will try that. And I would like to fill in these walls. So let's see, can I do a fill? Map def fill walls, self, 4 square in self squares. For neighbor, or I don't want to call it neighbor. For I in 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Actually, I need to do this thing again. So I need a better way to do this, because just checking all of these positions is not good. But that's what I'm going to have to do. Okay, so 4 square in self squares. If not, get square new square. No, it's easier than that. So I just go through the squares that I've got, right? And then I was right before. No, I wasn't. So I need to either get names for all these things, or, which is something I've probably done in the past. So I don't want to go looking through each one. So instead, I do this. New square. This thing, self, add square, new square. Not square dot get neighbor. One. Right. Okay, and 2. Get rid of that. And 3. and 4. Three is +1, +1. 4 is -1, 0. Six, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 6 is +1, 0. This needs to be done in a better way. 7 is -1, -1. 8 is 0, -1. And 9 is +1, +1. +1, -1. Okay. Okay, and is there any other processing that I do up here? I think that's it. And that does not give me what I wanted to do. Oh, I didn't run the thing. So let's see. Def fill walls. Self-map.fill walls. Now I can find my errors. That tells me it's still working, which is bad. I just found the longest way to do that, assuming I didn't destroy everything. Oh. That just kept adding more. This may do the same thing. I might need to add the get open. See if this does the same thing. I think it does. So square is open, then we'll do all this stuff. Can I just, okay. Okay, there it goes. Now I've got walls the whole way through. Not astounding, but is something we can believe in. All right, and I still have 20 minutes before my hour is up. Actually, I don't have an hour. I have as much time as I want. But I did want to do something with the rooms. I would like to make a room class. Init self ID. Self ID equals ID. Self center equals none. Def set center self tile square. Self center equals square. Def get ID. Self return self ID. I'm going to do a string. Def string self return string self ID. I just want ID to be a number. And self ID to be, and so the string will just turn it into a string for me. So we'll set the self room as none. Set room equals not number but room. Room. Okay, so room 1 equals room 1, and room 2 equals room 2. Square dot set room 1. Square dot set room 2. The map might want to remember rooms at some point. Self map dot add room 1. Self map add room 2. Def add room self room self rooms dot append room. Rooms equals 0 is nothing. So I want to use, I really only want that for later, well beyond what I'm doing here, but I think, okay, so it doesn't crash anything, so that's good. But I would like to have something there so that I can use rooms and give them meaning later on. Somewhere along the lines. So let me see if this will give me this is going to break it, isn't it? I just want to see it. Okay, so I can see, you might not be able to see the little ones here, the little twos there. So these rooms have occupants in them, right? I also want to give these rooms centers. So these centers will be where things act towards. So like if this is a larder, I'd like to have it so that if there's an orc over here and he gets hungry, he walks over here to the larder, walks over to the center of the room, because that's how the AI is going to work. Go to this place, go to that place, and then pick something up, eat it, and go home. So that's good. I do have something in here for the room to have a center, right? So let's see, did I set the center? Okay. And so one set center. We use the center room, or the center of the room. So 2, 2. And then we'll come down here, and the center of the room would be 29, 21. Okay, so hopefully that'll do. And on the view, I'll put a little dot on the other corner. So I've got in one corner, if self room dot get center equals self bg draw circle out wherever I want the center to be, right? Which we'll say it's 515. I've probably got the order wrong. I haven't been drawing in Pygame for a while, so I'm going to look that stuff up. It's going to be these guys. Somewhere there's a color in there. So Choose 3 as a radius. And we'll use white whenever it comes up. Let's see if it says circle, surface color, position, radius. Okay, so color, so 255, comma 255, 255, 255, 255. Okay. Ha! No get center. Get center self. Return self center. Okay, I do not see the little dot that I wanted. Okay, that is not a really big problem. I just want to print one get center. Okay, at that point it's doing what I want it to do. Print self room get center. Tools go. Tools go. Okay, so obviously some of these things have centers. Okay, so let's take a peek down here. 647 FCC. Okay, so this guy is the one it's saying is a center, and he has none. This guy is over there. So let's see, did I screw up the room assignments? I overwrote that. Okay, so maybe Okay. Oh, now they're in the right spots. Okay. All right, let's move those down a little bit. It's not a big deal because they're just for me, right? But they'll probably stay there for the duration. So there we go. We've got all that extra stuff just for you, right? We got these room numbers telling us which room each one of these things is in. And we have our corridors. So we are in an awesome spot. Thank you very much. And next time we will actually make a thing that we can pick up and get a stairway that you can only get up. You can only go up with the MacGuffin. All right. So next time it's MacGuffin time. All right. See you then.